Hey guys, it's your girl Eve and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Happy March everyone, and happy spring break to all of my college students who are finally on break after a crazy week of midterms. Northeastern's always a bit early, but I am home for spring break now and I'm so excited to be back. Today is March 1st though, so you know what that means. It's time for another reset. Today's reset is going to be a little bit different from my February reset in that today is actually kind of busy for me now that I'm back. I have to go get my visa renewed and I'm going out for a family lunch at dim sum. I'm so excited. I haven't had dim sum in a hot second. Even though it is spring break, I also still have a lot of work to do, so that's what I'm also going to be trying to kickstart today as well. And I want to sit down and kind of recap how my February went and how my first quarter of the second semester in college went and what goals I should create for the second quarter and what's to come after break. So if you guys are ready to join me along for this ride, please be sure to leave this video a big thumbs up and make sure you're subscribed down below with your post notifications turned on. And let's get started. Alrighty, we finished getting our visa pictures taken and now we are heading to dim sum. Except the dim sum place, we have to walk all the way there because it's on the opposite side of where we took our visa pictures. But yeah. Look at my cousin's car. It's actually so yellow. So badass. And then there's like a mini yellow car inside. It's so crazy. It's actually kind of cool though. It's a convertible too. So I just got home and now I'm working on some work. One of the coolest things that I've gotten the chance to be able to do while at Northeastern is I got this job as a multimedia communications assistant for the policy school, and that involves editing videos and turning long clips into something that is engaging and interesting to watch. So I've been working on that for a little bit now. I wrote down some ideas on how I want to edit the video and some inspiration points. I have Premiere Pro up to edit it and it's coming along great. I have part of it edited, but I've also been looking at a lot of other inspiration from their past videos on how they edited it, how they posted and made their content interesting. That's what I'm going to be doing, and come along with me to get as much of editing as possible. The goal is to have this done before Tuesday. So it has been a few hours now. It's night out. It's dark out now. And it's around 7-ish now. I'm also in a jacket because it's so cold in my room. And I was freezing. But I did finish kind of like the first/second rough cut of this event that I am editing for the policy school. And I wanted to show you guys. So it's obviously still very long because I'm still kind of in the beginning stages and I'm meeting with them to discuss the parameters of their expectations and what styles I want to incorporate. But I did start off by adding some text at the very forefront of what the video is about, and I've also broken down the timeline into many clips so that I can see when which speakers are talking. So obviously you can see gaps in it because obviously I've cut out parts that are just technicality parts, applause, silence, and it's still pretty long, but I'm like pretty proud of how it is. And for a first/second cut, this is great, and I'm very hopeful. I've also pinned like where I found quotes to be really, really compelling, because if we're making this a video that is like 10 to 20 minutes long, not all the quotes can fit, but I feel like a quote from each speaker would be really cool, a really interesting take to talk about law and policy. But now I'm about to go shower, and I have a meeting with my other deputy photo editor and my photo editor over Zoom to discuss stuff for Hunt News in roughly 45 minutes. So that's what's next, and I'm just really happy with how this video is turning out so far, and I can't wait to discuss what comes next and to continue editing. It's coming along great, and I'm really proud of how it's been so far. I took a shower, I had a Zoom meeting with my co-deputy photo editor and my photo editor, and I ate dinner. But now it's later in the evening and I'm cozied up in my PJs. Plus, I got a heater for my room, so it's so much warmer now. It was so cold earlier, I kid you not. But I wanted to sit down with you guys and talk about how my first half of the second semester went. What went well, what were some highlights from the first quarter, and how I can specify my yearly goals and cater them to make sure that my second quarter is better, more improved, and builds on what I've been working on all year. So let's sit down and talk about it. So I wrote down a few key highlights and ways I can improve and specify my goals in my planner. It takes up a full page and it looks like a lot, but trust me, it's not a whole ton. I just ramble a lot when I write, so they are just a few ideas that I have. The highlights and the goals that I wrote down, they kind of coincide with one another in that a lot of them did go well, but there's also room for improvement. I'm going to be sharing with you guys, and I'm going to break it down with y'all into academic, social, financial, journalistic, and personal/health related stuff. So one of the things that changed from semester 1 to semester 2 is that I started studying a lot more efficiently, particularly with where I was studying. I particularly started going out toward the lobby and toward common room spaces in my residence hall to study, and I specifically did that with my suite mate Mariana. Love her, by the way. And we tended to study together and lock in on work while we were out there. I found that studying in my own room was really challenging because there was my bed and there were so many distractions around me. I think that is something that is definitely a key highlight for semester 2 as well as for February, in that February was insane. It went by so fast because there was just so many things to do, and studying outside of my room really helped, and studying with someone else was also very helpful as well. I ended quarter 1 of semester 2 with 5 A's and 1 B+, which I think is really awesome. The one thing that I would improve about this academic highlight is that me and Mariana, we stayed up really late oftentimes. Sometimes we even stayed up until 3 or 4 a.m., which is very unhealthy if you think about it in retrospect. I know in college it's a lot easier to get away with staying up late, but it was definitely not great to be up that late. There was actually one time when I pulled an all-nighter and it was so awful. I was so dead the next day. It was really bad. And I also got a cold, which I'm still recovering slightly from. So I wouldn't say that staying up late really helped a lot. And so going into quarter 2 of the second semester, that is something that I'm going to try and improve on. And that's one way I'm trying to specify my goals. Socially, I think this is really great because last semester I spent a lot more money with going out. And this semester I went out a lot more, but I spent a lot less money. I think it just came along with the fact that like there was just so many events that were happening that didn't require me to spend money. Hunt News turned 100 years old this year, and also we hit 10,000 followers on Instagram. So obviously that meant that we had 2 parties just to celebrate those milestones, which really helped a lot as well. It also like helped that I was deputy photo editor, so there was a lot more outings with the news and photo team in that kind of sense, in that kind of regard. A lot of bonding with the editorial board, which is really great. I also had a lot more hangouts in Asia, which is Asian American Students in Action, which is an organization that I'm part of. It's like a mentoring program that I'm in, and I'm a mentee this year. And we had a lot more fam hangouts, and I had a lot more mentor hangouts, so I got to hang out with my mentor a lot more. We've only hung out a few times, but in those few times, we didn't really leave campus, so I didn't spend as much as like if I were to leave campus. I've definitely had a lot more dining hall excursions and excursions to restaurants on Huntington Ave. Huntington Ave is right by the Green Line. It's on the edge of the northeastern campus, like the main part of it. So I had a lot more excursions with friends in that way, and that was really nice. And the great thing is that they did take dining dollars, which is awesome. There was a time when the Husky card services was down, and that was really annoying, but it just really helped that I got to go out and eat with friends, and I didn't have to spend a whole ton of money for that because I had my meal plan. And obviously being in the Boston area and being in the Northeast region, there was a lot of snow. We had 2 snowstorms in the first quarter, which was insane. And specifically in February, we had 1 snowstorm that gave us over 2 feet of snow, which is wild. So going out and playing in the snow during quarter 1 was really awesome. I was sick of a cold during the snowstorm in February, so I did not go out, unfortunately, but it was very nice to be able to just rest up and to study while there was a snowstorm happening and us having a remote day. I think also socially, February was really great because one of my best friends came to visit me from New York, and we went out and we explored Boston together. We went to North End and we went to Chinatown. Plus we ice skated in Boston Common, and we just had a lot of fun together. We had a lot of good food, we watched some good movies and good shows together. I think one of the goals to come out of us going out together and her visiting is I need to spend my money more wisely. I know I mentioned before that I didn't spend as much money going out this semester as I did last semester, but in the sense that she came to visit, I spent a lot of money with her in comparison to everything else, so probably being more wise about that. Also, she also did bring me 2 books, which is Ready Player One and The Outsiders, so I guess another goal is to read more. This year I've been trying to read more for pleasure than I have in the past, and I think that's such an important goal to have and an important life skill to have, because I feel like we're so caught up in reading academically that we forget that reading is also supposed to be for fun. So that's also another goal that I have, trying to go into the second quarter. I know this semester has been a lot busier than the last, so trying to make some time for myself to read and to relax is definitely a goal that I'm hoping to have going into the second quarter. So those are basically the social and financial things that have happened in the first quarter, but journalistically, I'm really happy with all the experience that I've been getting this semester. Like said before, I recently got a job as a multimedia communications assistant, which I'm really excited, and you saw today that I just started editing and kind of getting into it, and I'm just super excited to continue doing so and to continue working with colleagues and talking with them about how they expect to see the edited content and to build my experience in that way. Also, as I mentioned before, I'm a deputy photo editor for the Huntington News, so having a lot of experience with doing photo, kind of helping to manage the photo system as well as writing my own stories on top of that has taught me a lot about leadership and about reporting and about journalism as a whole. And I've been basically taking, for the most part, all journalism and media classes this semester, so kind of managing all the projects that I've been coming in and all the discussion posts that have been coming in as well. So I've been doing well in that sort of sense. And finally, let's talk about health and personal stuff. This quarter and this semester has been so much better in terms of exercise. I've been exercising once a week, and that's been really great because last semester I barely exercised at all. It was maybe once in a blue moon. It's really been really nice to exercise, especially being that my residence hall does have a gym. I've also been eating a lot healthier than I did last semester. Me and Mariana committed ourselves to drinking less soda and less sugary drinks like iced tea and drinking more water instead. and not eating fries or like other unhealthy fried food. And that's been going great as well, because honestly I thought it would be a lot harder to do when I got back from my second semester, but it's actually been really easy, and it's been really great for my body personally to have at least a consistent exercising schedule and to be feeding my body a lot healthier food. So I'm very proud of how I've been doing for the second semester and for my first quarter back. I guess the goal that would come out of that health-wise is I want to increase how much I'm exercising to 2 or 3 times a week, and I also want to incorporate doing yoga and stretching a lot more as well, and trying to fit in that somehow as well. So those are my highlights, my goals, and my recap for quarter 1 and for semester 2 in general, specifically looking at February and looking back on how these past months have been. I am really grateful that I've had a really great semester, even though it's been far crazier, far busier, and it's been moving a lot quicker as well. But I'm just super happy with how the second semester has been going, and I definitely know that even though there are ways that I have to improve and ways that I can improve, the things that I've been doing this semester have improved a lot since the last semester. I'm still very, very proud of that. I'm very proud that today I got to go out and spend time with my family as well as get some work done, and to get to sit down and talk about and look back on how the first quarter, the first half of my second semester has been, and to see how well I've been doing since the last semester when I started college. It's just amazing, just insane how time flies, and that soon I will be going back for quarter 2, and soon I'll be done my freshman year of college, which is really insane to believe. It is getting late now though, and I would like to go to bed, so I am going to wrap up the video here and head off to sleep to get ready for a week of spring break. I am so excited. I am on break, and I have a lot of really great things planned for myself that I'm going to be doing for spring break now that I'm home, and I'm just very happy to be back and to be taking a break from college to kind of reset, refresh, and get ready for the second half of my semester. Thank you guys so much for coming along with me today. It was really nice bringing you guys along with me for my reset vlog day out, and I hope you guys enjoyed as well. If you guys did, please be sure to leave a like and make sure to subscribe down below with post notifications turned on, and I will see you in the next video. Love y'all. Bye!